Welcome to lesson 3.3 of the Partnership Lab, Winding Up Partnerships with Dignity. This is the final lesson in the program and a super important one, so let's dive in. We'll begin with a Nike and Amazon case study, which illustrates how two very large companies were able to bring a partnership to an end and part ways in a respectful way. So let's start with phase one, the launch. In 2017, Nike joined Amazon to combat counterfeits and expand their reach. But as they began to optimize the partnership, a number of challenges began to emerge. The first of those related to brand control. Nike had limited ability to create a premium experience for its customers. Then there were resellers. There was a number of unauthorized resellers that continued to dominate the market. And from a customer engagement point of view, Nike really preferred to have direct relationships with its customers. Through this process, they determined that they needed to part ways. And so what was their respectful exit? Well, in 2019, just 2 years after commencing the partnership, Nike left Amazon to focus on its direct-to-consumer growth via its website, app, and retail partners. Nike preserved brand value and set up future growth on its own terms. And it was able to shake hands with Amazon and say, maybe another day. So why is winding up with dignity so important? Well, in this lesson, the goal is to equip you with the skills to wind up partnerships with respect. It's important because ending partnerships gracefully protects your reputation. It preserves relationships and leaves the door open for future partnership opportunities. We're going to use 2 GPTs in this lesson. The first one is the Partnership Reflection GPT to help you develop a comprehensive list of questions to support a review of a partnership. And then we're going to use the Partnership Exit GPT to create a transition plan and exit communications so that it can be managed well and the partnership can be wound up with respect and professionalism. Back to our partnership operating system. This is the third pillar of the partnership operating system. And what we're going to achieve in this lesson is how to identify when a partnership should come to an end. We're going to develop a plan to wind up a partnership respectfully and effectively, and we're going to work on how to maintain relationships and protect your reputation during those transitions. We have a partnership wind-up test. This is designed to help you move through a set of steps to determine if a partnership should be wound down, if it should be reset, or if you should continue with it. Let's work through this. Question 1. Is the partnership contributing to your business goals? If the answer is no, we're going to move to reset or exit that partnership. If the answer is yes, the next question is it generating tangible business value? Remember those metrics we talked about in a previous lesson? We're talking about direct revenue contribution, pipeline acceleration, or operational efficiency. If the answer is no to any one of those, then we're going to either move to reset or exit that partnership. If the answer is yes, we're going to ask the question, is the partnership performing at an acceptable level? If the answer is yes, then we'll continue. If the answer is no, the question is, can it be optimized? If the answer is yes, then let's go ahead and optimize that. But if the answer is no, is the partnership creating more benefits than issues? If the answer is yes, we'll still seek to optimize, but if the answer is no, then we'll seek to reset or exit the partnership. Now, the reason that we have a middle ground here is because sometimes we need to optimize because we haven't paid enough attention to what is happening in and around the partnership. Sometimes there could be a change in market conditions. There could be a change in strategic priorities. And some of those, by default, don't mean that you should stop operating a partnership, but it does mean that given those changes, we should make changes to the partnership. And that's what optimization is all about. But you can see that there are a couple of pretty hard stop points that in the event that it's not contributing to business goals or it's not generating tangible business value, that we should either heavily consider whether we should reset it or that we should exit. So this is the partnership wind-up test. You can use it anytime when you're reviewing your new and existing partnerships. Now let's cover the 4 main reasons why it's important to exit thoughtfully from any partnership. Number 1 is that it protects your professional reputation. Number 2, it keeps the door open for future collaborations. Number 3, it reduces the potential conflict and legal risks. And number 4, it demonstrates integrity to both your partner and other stakeholders. And remember, when you exit a partnership thoughtfully, other people in your industry will learn about that and realize that it might not have been the right time for that partnership, but they'll still want to partner with you because of the integrity you showed through a thoughtful exit. So once you've determined it's time to end a partnership, there are 4 steps that we need to work through to make sure that it comes to an end gracefully. Number 1, we're going to communicate transparently. We're going to meet with your partner and discuss the reasons and next steps for the partnership exit. We're then going to review all of the agreements to make sure that all the obligations and all the deliverables are met or they can be negotiated through so the partnership ends properly. Then we're going to move into a plan to transition away from the partnership. We're going to decide timelines, announcements, and handovers. And then step number 4, the most important step in all of this, is that we want to be able to celebrate achievements. And that means acknowledging the successes of the partnership to leave it on a positive note. So here are the key takeaways before we move into the blueprint action steps. Recognize when it's time to end a partnership. Use that partnership decision tree to help you understand, is it the right time to continue, reset, optimize, or exit that partnership? Exit professionally by communicating openly and planning carefully. And preserve relationships to keep doors open for future collaborations. Often, the most powerful partnerships you see are as a consequence of people coming together again who have partnered before. So keep that in mind. It's a very important factor in the future of your partnership strategy. Blueprint action steps for lesson 3.3. Use the Partnership Reflection GPT to help develop a comprehensive list of questions to support a review of a partnership. And then use the Partnership Exit GPT to draft exit communications and transition plans. And that brings us to the final lesson of the Partnership Lab. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the principles, the tactics, and the tool sets that can help you forge ideal partnerships for your organization and to help you grow very, very meaningfully. From this point forward and looking ahead, make sure you apply what you've learned to manage partnerships effectively, from the initiation all the way through to the thoughtful exit. Don't forget to join group coaching calls to make sure you get deeper support. And I want to congratulate you on finishing this program. It's been such a pleasure to have you here. My commitment to you is to continue updating the GPTs and also this course material so that you can continue to benefit long into the future. Until we next speak, thank you for being here. Thank you for investing in yourself. And congratulations, you've done a great job in completing this program. Talk to you soon.